The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Audio Show.
Okay, so let me start off this series by saying that, yes, when you get a contract, you're supposed to get a lawyer to look over the contract. I'm not saying you're not supposed to get a lawyer to look over the contract. What I think O'Neill is saying is that when you go in front of a lawyer, though, you want to understand what the strategy is, what are your growths, and you want to basically mention what are the points of the contract that you don't like, okay? So that way the lawyer can basically pinpoint into those to see exactly if you have a point, to see exactly where things are. That's about it. That's what I'm saying as far as this is concerned. The way how these women are making it seem is as though they don't know Wayne from a can of paint, and he's just some guy that they've never met before that's coming from off the street, never done anything for them, never spent any money on them, never spent any money to do anything at all, and they basically are owed gazillions of dollars. That's all O'Neill is saying when he looks at it, right? That's how it's being presented. But let's get into it. The fee.
Yeah, Delicia, and that's Lauren over there. Hi. You can have a seat. Hi. We are so thankful that you came last minute, lady. She's a really, really good friend of Dave's.
Okay.
Did a favor.
It's truly all mine. You know, me and Dave, we go way back. So anything for Dave, girl.
Okay, thanks. Well, we thank you so much for taking the time to come meet with us. This is something that, you know, all of us are doing for the first time. So
Yeah. So, you know, I'm happy to break it down for you and help y'all come to some sort of understanding. Yeah, so no problem.
Right, and we won't keep you too long. We don't want you missing out on your money.
Okay, so notice. So as Amber said, she's calling a favor from Dave. She's had favors from Wayne as well. So in other words, once Amber has gotten her favors from you, she will dupe you in a contract. That's basically what I'm getting from it. Don't, Amber fans, I'm not going to do it with you. I'm not going to do it with you. It's what you're seeing on your screen. Because you're not going to have to call it a spade and call it for what it is. Okay? once you've gotten all that you need from me, then basically when it comes down to any level of business, you're going to treat me as though because I'm showing exactly how she's treating Wayne. Wayne is being treated as a man who they don't know. That's basically how they're treating him. This is how you treat people that you don't know at all from a can of paint, and you've never seen them work at all, and you think you're going to be exploited. That's exactly what you do with this.
I'm not missing out on any money. You don't have to worry about that. We'll worry about that at the end, but no, it's totally fine. I'm grateful to be here, though.
Okay, well, wow. Are you going to do this on the house, or do you have a rate, or?
I do have a rate, so my hourly rate is $750. And it actually started when I walked in the door. But again...
Started when she walked in the door. In other words, she's already started charging them. They don't know that she's charging them. They're already charging them. So remember somebody else was saying, well, we ain't discussed these things with them, but no, he's bringing a contract. Well, isn't the lawyer lady doing the same thing? I'm just saying, they don't ask questions. They don't ask questions. They don't bring contracts up. They don't bring anything up. They think they're supposed to just get things. What y'all not realizing is that these are privileged women. Women who have been privileged because of pum pum and because of looks. And because of the pum pum and the looks, they believe they should just get anything at all.
It's fine, ladies. Come on.
We're doing that.
About five.
Seven.
1, 2, 3, 4. You do not have
contracts are getting negotiated, Lauren. Unless you want any parts of this.
Lauren.
Okay, I'm fine with my contract.
Are you a part of the podcast?
The team. We just talked about this.
So what's happening is that they're pressuring Lauren to cave into a particular point because they think that Lauren is against them, right? But y'all saw last night, and you know what Lauren was saying last night.
I'm so sorry. Cheers, right? Cheers. I'm so sorry. Anyway, okay, so let's get back to the business at hand.
Okay. So I have a couple of agreements, some podcast agreements, just to compare to the one that I received. Being completely transparent with y'all, I have not had a chance to review yours just yet. I just actually received it, but I wanted to break it down as soon as we can confirm that we're actually moving forward, and if everybody is on board with the $750 an hour.
Lauren, are you on board?
Y'all are tripping. But go ahead.
You're tripping for
yourself.
yourself.
You, Lauren.
What is it? Are you
like
a part
Okay,
of
yes.
Okay.
Too much. You don't
I'm
even know
really
him
blown
like that.
away.
So you trusted Wayne too much. You don't even know him like that. Look at how Amber is basically egging all of this on. Remember, Amber's supposed to be the woman that as Amber's woman that calls a lot of favors in from Wayne. I want to know how this going to work now. Amber does call in favors from Wayne, and I've been asking this. So how it is now all of a sudden Wayne has become this guy that's become this devil that's duping her? It don't make no sense at all, but hey, what am I?
We are on board. We can handle that. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I can send the invoice, and then we can work it all out. I just want to make sure.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's cool.
I'll do it.
So, but you're not no retainer or anything. You're waiving that part, right?
No. So we'll work. Don't worry about it right now. We'll get it all together. I just want to make sure we are having an understanding about the process and the flow. And
You heard what the lawyer just did. No, we'll talk about it. We'll just talk about it. She's not waiving a retainer. She's not waiving a retainer, and she's charging a fee. They better hope that Wayne caves into whatever they're asking for, because if Wayne doesn't cave, they're on the hook for whatever monies are there. So it went from these girls are costly. They're liabilities. What I'm starting to realize that they're liabilities. They're not assets. They're liabilities because, and I'm not saying again that you're not supposed to negotiate your contract or look over your contract or do whatever you're doing with your contract. But if you have grows, tell lie where your actual grows are and do your own thing in your own space and decide from there. They wanted it for free. So now basically only Potter spend some money. Clearly Sheila going to spend some money. The Lisa is going to spend some money and Lauren is going to spend some money.
okay, we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So the lawyer has found basically herself a couple suckers, right? That she can get some monies from. And so she basically is charging them a fee as at this point in time. They're going to have to pay this lawyer. Whether they make money or not, they're going to have to pay this lawyer. That's the implication. That is the known. The known right now is that they're going to have to basically pay. So the lawyer hasn't said anything at all to them. What I surmise she's going to do is she's going to send them paperwork to actually sign so they can basically sign to that. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of compensation claims. A lot of times that mean compensation claims, they'll tell you, you know what, I think this is worth $50,000. But then they basically go inside of the deal in itself and then work something out and then work something out. And by the time the compensation is paid out, you don't get any monies. I'm just saying. Let's see exactly what it pans out. Give me your take. Is the fee fair? $750. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.